So let me rephrase that. You definitely don't want the washers where this casing is, where the case meets it. That's why it works without this case. So you don't want any washers here. You want the washers on the front. So piece of shit. So I'm aggravated now. Is it? Hmm. Like I don't get it. Why does it spin with the case on? What's the case doing that I'm not seeing? Oh, what a piece of shit, man. What a piece of shit. So there's a washer here. When I opened it, there's a washer here and a washer. There's one here and one here. So there are two washers. So yeah, perhaps that's what we're going for. So one motion at a time, shall we? Perhaps that's what we are. That means a little bit better. Perhaps my eye isn't as good as I thought it was. Alright. So see how this doesn't want to spin? But if you take off the case, it, it spins freely. So we're trying to figure out why that occurs. Now, it kind of still doesn't spin, so we have to keep testing it with the case on. Or with the case off, actually. There's so many ways of fucking up that I'm a master at it. So, I'm getting pissed off right now. I'm getting eerily pissed the fuck off. Let's try no washers this time because we might have just broken it. And that could be the end of the story. I like this one especially because it's so easy to get off of there. So let's see if we broke it or not. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, damn. That's not going to go on. We got what's called a conundrum. Fuck. Give me something like a cat or something to put this in. I hate God. I don't like God too much. So, this is it. What we gotta get to turn first. This is getting to be that climax here. The laser lens broke. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. So, keep trying, because I hate God. Keep trying. Like, you definitely want to keep trying this, basically. Um, I like how I never know where any of my important screwdrivers are. Like, fuck those. Fuck the important screwdrivers. Like, fix what? Motherfucker. Anyways, we found the issue. The connectors, you always have to pin those. So that was severely delaying me. It was losing power when it was turning on. Like it didn't pretend to spin or something. The connectors weren't going to the power. It happens so much on Dreamcast. You just have to press it with a screwdriver, so it works now. We'll test it out just to make sure. Yeah, that looks like it was the issue. Anyways, the aluminum plate's like located down there, and I removed it. It was like, you know, causing issues. If it's not, if it doesn't spin, it doesn't mean it's broken. That just means there's no power. And that's what's happening for the last like 10 minutes. Yeah, so we'll clean up and get this fixed. Wow. Annoy me, God. Do it. Okay. Yeah. He's gonna do it. He's gonna fucking annoy me. So, and I don't necessarily think it might be a god. Yeah. Here's what we're gonna be doing basically. Um, loss of power rate. That just means that we put this up. Notice how the laser lens also goes up. So I kind of want that to happen because it presses against the case. And it can with a simple O-ring. I'm not even going to use a screwdriver or washers. I'll just put an O-ring there. So, or don't, or or don't, or fuck me up, or drop in there and get invisible, or drop somewhere. I don't care. Fucking piece of shit. God damn it. Or miss it completely, the easiest part of the game. Yeah, you can just miss that completely, by the way. I don't care. So that's gonna be our cushion right there. God damn. Like the most annoying uh, system to repair ever. Um, so I'm just looking at these connectors right now, and I'm thinking a little pins can fit in there because I'm a bit of an engineer. I'm a bit out there with engineering. So I'm gonna get some I was doing this to my moped and I thought, yeah, what a good idea. So I was doing this to my moped and I thought, what a good idea to not have that get in the way again, because it always has bad connection there. Like something like you know what something like it doesn't, like capacitors don't like to be used. Uh, I don't know why, so I'm gonna use the gas moped method where you pin the connectors with this to hold the connection down. Now, what's weird about electricity is, why does it have bad connections? Like, I have no idea. Anyways, it just doesn't like high amperage, high voltage, I guess. So we're working on a 120 volt AC to this is where DC current. And something you should know about voltage is that it doesn't like high amperage. It likes low amperage. It runs really well on low amperage and not on high amperage. Is what circuit boards run really well on. Because with high amperage, it's not that the connections come loose. It's just that, yeah, the connections basically, like those pin connectors, they come loose basically. Like they start moving away from the metal contacts. And one of them doing that. One of them is doing that. I don't know if all three of them are. But one of them's bending outwards or something. I presume is the case. See how uneven that is? I presume it's like the last one is bending outwards. It doesn't like it. It could be a weak contact with the solder. Like, it could be anything. It could be like weak solder points. Uh, so, I, I wouldn't recommend doing this, but like I put pin connectors next to the solder, next to the pin connections. So let's see if that works. Uh, I'm just, gonna try it, basically. There's one connector that it didn't work on. Yeah. Just in case it doesn't happen again, I think it might play the games without rebooting the games. I don't know. Um, so it's not only it's not laser alignment. It's probably just the power supply. Level out the ground here, and here it goes. It looks like it works. So that's all we wanted to do. And you could try this on your Dreamcast. As a matter of fact, maybe I do recommend it. It's just, that's just a wide, uh, that's just a very well-known problem on Dreamcast is the connections, the power supply needs to be replaced sometimes. Yeah. As for the alignment of the laser, I don't even know if that's required or not, to tell you the truth. Like, I don't know if you need to align the laser. I mean, it helps, but I'm just doing it because it might help the laser to read, but like, it's probably not required. If you do align the laser, this is like the most annoying thing ever. You ever put washers under there and it doesn't turn on or something? It's because the back of it is where you're putting the washers. You want to put it in the front, because if you look at it, the back should be loose and the front should be a bit more tight. So if you have an O-ring or a washer, you want to put it in the front. I put an O-ring because it has cushions anyways, and it probably won't even feel the washers. So I just put if it does, it's minute, so I put it in the front. And that's it for Dreamcast repair. Apparently this changed into a Dreamcast repair video from a Dreamcast gameplay video. So I was supposed to be playing Dreamcast, not repairing it, but Like CDRs work with any problem usually because they're so light. They I don't know. I don't know. Um, so that might be a cause of Dreamcast rebooting is one, the laser lens, and two the uh, the laser lens on the front needs to read the needs to press against the case because I've had it where I put the case on and the CD doesn't play. Um, I've had that occur, so I put a nice juicy O-ring or a couple washers in the front there. You could put like two like that or two like that. Like I did that before. Like over here it won't work, but over here it might because it lists a little bit of it that way. But you just need it in the front to tell you the truth. And then I got standard copper wire. Hold on, let me end the video by dropping and breaking this on February Break Everything month. So I got this copper wire and did the same thing I did with my moped and pinned the connectors. Because anything with lots of power needs that power to go to, the motherboard. Anything with that strong connector connection. And that's about it. This might even fix the battery issue. The front battery needs to be replaced, and maybe maybe it's a power issue. Maybe it doesn't, and we're gonna find out later. I'll just continue with some gameplay after I plug this in. Is this upside down? Is that okay if it's upside down? No. Really? It's not upside down? What's going on here? What is going on here? What? What?